Was that some Egyptian magic there?
That's because we're going to have a fair old time here.
Check week. As Mr. Chumley Warner said, Pharaoh time. Yes, we got the Pharaoh in the house. In the house. Check it out. The Pharaoh. Have a look at that thing. Check it out in all its splendour and glory. Check those hieroglyphics out on that puppy. That is tip top, isn't it?
It's just as awesome as Behringer has promised.
So you want to hear it, obviously. So without further ado, Mr. Chumley Warner has done a little demo for you. So have a little look at this and have a little listen and then come back. Now, what we're going to do with that, we're going to make a song with that, right?
The Behringer song, I think.
Because I've mucked around with some guitar and some bass guitar. It sort of sounded a little bit rocking all over the world by Status Quo, so we're going to call it rocking all over the industry.
Oh, the Behringer brothers.
So look out for that in the next probably month or something. I don't know, maybe sooner, but we're gonna finish that off, turn that into a song. But I think this thing sounds great, Si.
It's one of my favourites already on this one, yeah. So I suppose we ought to get right into it. Let's not mess around.
Straight in.
Right. And there's all different modes on this. But if I point around the back here, you've got poly mode, unison mode, octave mode, fifth mode, which is what we played you in the little demo.
Yeah.
And if you crank it right round, it brings in the ring modulator as well.
We like a fifth ring.
Yeah, you've got to be careful with that one.
Yeah.
Can be dangerous.
Come on, let's hear it. Let's just do some things.
Let's just go through the little bits. Let's go from left to right. It'll be easy. So here we go. We're going to talk about the LFO.
Yeah, does what LFOs do.
Yeah, and if I put it, I'm going to take it from poly. I'm going to put it in unison mode.
Ooh.
So we can do a little bit of detuning on the oscillator.
Go ahead.
Yep.
I would love to MIDI that up with my Poly D. The Mini Moog and the Pharaoh boogie together.
That would be the one, wouldn't it? And then, let's go left to right, as we said. Let's do the envelope next. So if you want a nice long attack. And you can put the release time up as well.
And also you can add delay, which will make that even longer. You can fight with the delay and you can get little like sequences just from fighting with the delay. It's great.
Definitely, and that's given me an idea, because here's your foots in organ terms, or maybe an octave. So you could do a You know, that reminded me of what you just did there. Our good old friend Jean-Michel Jarre.
Jean-Michel Jarre. Jean-Michel Jarre.
That sounded like the start of Oxygen when you went up high and came down. Now it's awesome.
Which is probably how he did it. See, Simon only got this yesterday.
Yeah, this is just, as Joe said, this is just a rough run through.
It's just arrived.
You'll have to give us a bit more time to get into it a bit more, and we'll do a few more videos. Let's just sum up. So yeah, there's your octaves, there's your different modes. You can go from like poly to uni, fifth mode, octave mode, and the ring mode, careful mode. Obviously, you got very similar to the JT Mini. You've got all your sequencing or motion sequencing and sequencer. So let's just have a look.
And the greatest thing is you've got a great big MIDI in there which you can play with any keyboard as long as it's got a MIDI out, and that's when you really get the glory of it.
And if you see any of these flash here, this will be the motion sequencing. So if I hit start,
with click track.
Yeah, that one we obviously did the delay, and I think there's another one here. Let me just load it up for you, which is that one. And I think that one we swept the filter a bit.
Now, what's that called again, Si?
That's the motion sequencing.
Now, if you don't know what motion sequencing is, think about automation. And if you don't know what automation is, it basically records what you're doing as you're recording it as you go on the fly. So if you're turning a knob on a LFO or something like that, it will remember every movement you did, and it shows it by flashing, which is great. So you can have all them knobs doing something. Man, you're talking about crazy creations.
There's the possibilities are endless, really.
I mean, it's built in. You don't have to have it in a door to get that, which is superb.
But yeah, you've got, if I press that, you can see, I think there's 10 memory locations for all the sequences and the motion sequencing. We should have said the LFO, you've got saw, triangle, square wave, and that's about it, really. And obviously, if you've seen our JT Mini one, you can see you can switch the metronome on and off. You've got step trigger, freestyle, if you just want to play it in freestyle. So there's tons and tons of different options.
If you had a JT Mini and that, I'd rather that. I mean, I'm not saying it's better than the JT Mini, but I think I'd prefer the Pharaoh.
I like this one because it's got a bit more options. The delay's nice,
and the way it faded us in, the shot was incredible. I mean,
well, it's a bit of Egyptian magic to that.
Very creepy Pharaoh-y Tutankhamun.
And I suppose the last thing, connections.
Yeah.
So connections, the demo we showed you earlier, that was via external door, so you can sync it externally. Yeah, you've got your 5-pin MIDI, that's your analog sync in and out. There's your output, tempo, volume, USB. You can power it off the mains, or you can power it off battery, so you can use it anywhere.
We love it. We love it. We hope you do. And if you haven't got one, now you know. How much are they, Si?
So they're $89.99.
Bargain. We've been the Behringer Brothers, and we still are the Behringer Brothers, on this platform. Take the fear out of the gear. I've been Jason Bangers.
And I've been Mr. Chumley Warner.
And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Don't forget, remember to protect our Behringers.